She called me her son, right? I even made a video cleaning that up. And then she struck my channel because I pulled the clips from her saying this, like calling me her son. And I think I have it on my Facebook account somewhere. I have to find it if I can pull it up. But she struck my channel. She struck my channel twice. And so she had me like in a chokehold because I couldn't really talk about anything after everything had happened because she struck me twice, and the third time it was gonna take me down.
When did she start striking? Was it with, like, was she striking before?
I think I'm the only channel that she strike.
Why?
Because everything that she lied about, I went and pulled the receipts and cleared it up. And I pulled it from her channel. So because I pulled it from her channel, she could strike me because I used her content.
Where do you think she got that tactic? Because I don't think Monica is someone that was striking people. It seems like that's a Dani thing.
Well, it said her name on it.
A what?
It said Monica Allen on it.
Monica Allen?
Yeah, Monica Allen. That's what it said on it.
Now, I'm going to give you some background on how I know her and what I know about her. Now, I started watching when my niece kind of told me, she said, you know, Auntie, you've been kind of saying you thought this was so-and-so. And I'm not going to say any names because everything's allegedly.
You can say the name as long as you say allegedly.
Okay. Well, Monique Irene Tolbert, a.k.a. Monique Irene Allen, is one and the same and the one and only, allegedly, the one who is behind the avatar. Now, we knew that voice. If you've been around someone from school all the way growing up, you know their voice. And her voice has never changed, nor has her attitude. Now, from the time we were in high school, this young lady has always been part of a family that wreaks havoc in this town. Now, we have been watching and watching. It was nothing many people could do about what was going on with this family, because this family is, let's put it like this, they're known for credit card fraud, allegedly. They're known for bad checks, allegedly. Sham businesses, allegedly. Everything they do is a scam. Everything. So when this avatar came up with this all about the tea, we was like, oh shoot, here's another one of their scams. Now, with everything going on now, when it came out about what she did to our panelists, I'm an Aquarius too, sweetheart. So yes, it irked my spirit, and I had to speak up on something once I knew for a fact that this was the person. Now, we've had 3 to 4 different alumni meetings. She came to 2. Once you broke the story about who she was, her number has changed.
That's her. Come on. Keep going.
We cannot get in touch with her unless it is by email. So now the girl that was speaking of who reached out to her, she said, well, let's see if she'll come to a meeting now. She declined us. She said, we're all the odds. She can't trust any of us.
What?
So now, I said over the weekend, we happen to be going past her so-called, she has a child care center that never had children in it, and she also had a building that was supposed to be a hair salon. It never had any patrons in it. They're all emptied out as of this weekend.
Just dropping bombs.
So now her husband, let's just put it like this. Tolbert is not their original last name.
So it's an entire enterprise of conning, an entire enterprise of scamming.
Yes. Yes, her husband does drive trucks, but not in the way you would think. I knew. Okay, go ahead. So now this business, okay, let's put it like this. This little circle of enterprise that they do have, let's see, I'm trying to think, maybe 10 businesses that are all, none of them, they get businesses in a building, so that way they can make it look like it's an actual business. Now, if you go past these places, they have makeshift signs up saying, open for business, coming soon. None of them have ever came. Now, the avatar part of it, we believe that's how she's been supporting her family.
Wow.
Is through the avatar, because that's where she could hide behind the avatar. To be a public figure, I would think they would have to be like you and this young lady that's showing their faces.
Right.
You can't be public and be hidden. So this is also part of what she does. She will start kick shit off and stay behind the scenes. She'll say that she's her cousin. She'll say that she's her auntie. She'll give all kind of names, but never in life has she ever went up under who she truly is. And you had her right the first time because that's really their last name. And the man that she calls her husband is not her husband. He is just a man that she is with and took his last name on paper.
So her last name is Allen.
That's Monica Allen, sweetheart.
That's her.
I told you in the email you were on the right track because you were. And then she tried to throw you off with the Tolbert. Tolbert is not her married last name. You will never find a marriage license for those two, ever.
Every interview that I did was never disrespectful to Monica at all. Like, it really wasn't. I was just telling the story of what happened because behind the scenes, there was a lot going on. And they kind of tried to play me to the point where I wasn't a part of the panel, which I was. Because I gave them my personal story about me being SA'd and things like that. So, me being LGBT, there was a lot of stories I told, like personal stories over there that drove these conversations. So, I did that. After that, me and that girl over there, we were talking. And then that's when Tolbert showed up. Actually, yes, they were playing a video of her in the grocery store or something like that. And so, I don't want to say people's names because I don't want to drag a bunch of people into this. But somebody
I could say their names. I could come in there. So let me help you out a little bit, Deb, because I don't worry about saying these people. And I understand you, Deb, because Deb is not from here. But I just want to make sure we get clarity in this.
Before you do, I do want to say this.
Go ahead.
Because
give your thing.
what I learned from all this was they want me to stay out of Black women's business. And so I got dragged into it. And I'm like, through all this time, y'all could have just said that from the very beginning and I would have just dropped from everything. But I was trying to clarify things that was happening because I was cool with Nosy at the time, and I'm still cool with Nosy to this day. But I was cool with her, so I'm like, I'm trying to give facts of what's happening, not like bullshit. So I want to say this right now. I haven't been on women's panels since all this stuff has happened because they be like, stay out of Black women's business, and I'm not in Black women's business. This is actually my personal business what I'm talking about today.
All right. Hello, mermaids, sharks, starfish. Welcome. Thank you all for being here. I started on time. I know y'all were waiting. So we have a special guest here. I'm sure you all know Sherelle from her YouTube channel, Sherelle's World. She's here and she's going to share her story. All of the panel members have told their story about what happened to them with Monica, the avatar from All About the Tea. And now Sherelle is here to share her side of the story too.
Nosy's telling the truth.
Yeah.
So one day out the blue, Monica just texted me. It's like, hi, and I thought, oh, I used to read her blog. Oh my God, it's all about the tea. When you have somebody reach out to you that you're familiar with, but you don't know, you get excited. I was like, oh my God. She said, you ran a story and I wanted to know, would you mind sharing the evidence to the story? And I was like, no, because most people don't do that. I was like, yeah. One for all for one. We're bloggers. She started being really, really nice to me. She started sending me stories. She came on my show twice and I liked her. So then one day she asked me, do you want to, I'm putting a live show together. Do you want to be on my panel? And I said, who's going to be on your panel? And this is not the second panel. This was the first panel. And I said, and this is no shade to anybody on the channel, on the first panel, but I have a right to work with whoever I want to work with.
Yeah.
I said, nah, you got someone on there, we're not feeling. So no.
Yeah.
But when I said no, I meant no now. Hi, Perry.
Hey.
I'm glad you're here because you're going to fill in anything that I leave out because it's a lot. So I said no. I didn't want to be on the channel because I thought, why would I got my own channel? And plus, that's going to be drama over there if I start working with people I don't like. And so I didn't like someone on their panel.
I never asked that woman to be on anything involving me. After what she had done to me, never asked her to be on a panel, never asked her to do anything, saying that she says, my husband is a truck driver who is a drug dealer. He smuggles drugs. You're going to pay for that, Sherelle.
I must be on them.
You're going to pay for that legally, Sherelle, because that is a complete lie that you just sat there and made up for clicks and views.
Nosy, you know why that husband left? He figured, shit, we finally got busted. Let me go out and have me a drink because we won't be living here tomorrow.
Yeah. He just got that truck. That man he tried to, because he want to keep that money coming in. Allegedly, he's involved. Listen, y'all not saying it. I'm Nosy Whole Live is saying this. Now, allegedly, the husband is involved in some drug trafficking and going on too. He got the trucking company. He got the LLC, the PP loan money, and allegedly he's driving and transporting some things that is not legal too. So he tried. He got on here and said, well, what's going on? What is an avatar? And after a minute, he saw the jig was up. He just walked up and left her ass by herself. That bitch got hung up and called back. That's how desperate she was to prove.
She
That
did.
bitch called back. I said, this bitch is back.
Okay.
Getting back to the point. So she calls me, she gives this apology, and I have proof of the apology. So if you want me to pull that receipt, I can. And John was on the phone to back up everything I'm saying. I listened to her. I said, Sherelle, I accept your apology. Let's move on in peace. She took down the video that showed good faith to me. And then here we are, a couple of weeks later, she's on Nosy's channel saying she's scared for her life from me. I asked her to be on my panel. She refused, and I went psycho on her.
Okay, so what happened was I got COVID, and I felt like I was going to die. I had never been that sick in my life. So after I had COVID, I said, I want to end this. I'm fighting with somebody for no reason that I know of. It's one thing if we're going at it, and I know, and I did something to you. It's another reason if I'm going at it, and I don't know what I did to you, but say I didn't want to be on your panel.
Yeah,
that's not a reason to go after someone. So I said to a mutual friend, I want to talk to Monica. I want to know why and my whole thing's been, why are you doing this? Why? Mm-hmm. Mutual friends reach out. She's not interested. Okay, fine. Like you just want to, okay, whatever. And this is way before I had backed away because I know she's dealing with people that scare the hell out of me.
Yeah.
So when it was the day of, or maybe the day after the Ples thing that came out, a mutual friend said, Monica wants to talk to you, or I think you should talk. I can't remember how it was because we had a house of people. I would say, oh, this person's saying this, Perry, what do you think? So every time I'm asking Perry, what do you think? And he was like, well, what do you want? I said, I want to talk to her. I want to know what is all this for? Because I don't know what's going on here. I still never got an answer why she's doing it. So she gets on the phone and I said, I want to know, what did I do to you? And she made up some cockamamie story, but I don't remember what she said. And then I was like, I didn't do anything to me. She said, you did. And I said, what did I do to you? And she said, you went on air. This is when we were arguing. We argued one time on air. We argued because I was like, how dare you call me a fraud and a fake for not revealing that I'm married? It's not like I made up a name, and you know what I mean? Like, but you're sitting there behind an avatar and we don't even know who you are. She said, I tried to made her look bad or something like that. And I said, I don't remember saying that. She said, you said it. I said, okay, if I said that, I apologize. But I don't want to keep fighting with you for no reason. I don't want to keep fighting with you. She said, okay. 2 minutes later, she says, I need you to do me a favor. Now, we're mortal enemies. We just called a truce. Why don't you go on air and say something nice about me? This is right after the Ples fight, immediately.
She told you that?
Yeah. I said, hold on, let me check with my husband. I said, here, you're not going to believe what just happened. He said, are you serious? She wants you to come on and say positive things about her. Now, Monica has made friends with every enemy I ever had that she thought I had beef with. And what people don't realize is except for one person, a lot of times the people that I have beef with, I'll go back later and try to straighten that out. I don't want a lot of people saying that I did them wrong. Where are all the people that supported you? Why aren't they saying nice things about you?
But has anybody ever wondered, where's her panelists that she embraced? Has any one of them came out to support her?
Weren't you playing the interview that she did with was it Jamal's ex-wife? I think it was
Dr. Griffin.
Yes, that's his somebody he dated or something like that.
Mhm.
On there, she said that I went on tour. I think I said this when I came over here the first time, but I had never went on tour. I just did the only interview I did was with Rabbit. And so that's when she did that thing, and she was like, I'm on tour. I'm like, well, since I'm on tour, baby, let's go on tour. And so I started doing a bunch of interviews with people. I only did one with Toxic Diamond after that was pretty much it.
And I'm just throwing this out there because there's a comment and it keeps coming up, and it's come up in my comments. I think it's fair to address it. Stay out of Black people's issues. You see, I can't speak on the Black experience. I don't know it, right? And I can't speak on the white experience, but I'm a content creator. And celebrity piece, I can speak on. Why not? Everybody does it, right? When Tasha K speaks on white, Black, whatever, they do it, right? So I'm not speaking that I know I don't want to speak on the Black experience. I can't. No, I don't know it. But exactly, I don't. But you know what? I admire certain celebrities, or I'll say, you know what? This is the legal matter of the celebrity. Let's talk about it. So then that immediately means that I'm speaking on a Black issue because it's a Black person. I don't want us to mesh both of them. I don't think it's fair to say that. We don't say that to Entertainment Tonight, do we?
No,
and I'm just throwing that out there. It's not fair.
It's one race. It's the human race. I mean, John can speak about Black people as long as he's not disparaging them.
Well, I was told that I was attacking Black people because I brought up AT2 and Busy. Oh, well, they're Black and they're attacking you. So you attack them back.
But
I don't care
you
what
first, right?
you are.
They attacked you first. So you just went and you responded.
So I can only attack white people back, I guess now. Are those the rules? If I'm watching Real Housewives and Crystal pisses me off, I can't talk about that because she's Asian.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask you guys to kind of break it up a little bit and have a little fun. So I'm gonna start out first with down the rabbit hole. When you seen the rabbit up there, was y'all kind of like, what the are you doing up there? Because in your live, and I watched your live, I think you guys only mentioned it once, and then Nosy had said like, oh, I know who she is, or whatever, but I don't think you guys kept bringing her up. Like, do you guys have any issue with the rabbit?
I don't know her.
I say this.
I don't know her.
Personally, like, you know what, Sam? Do you know every homeless person you see on the corner?
Perry.
You don't, right? No.
The views and opinions expressed by Perry.
Right? But when I seen the rabbit, I'm saying, you know what? Easter is way past. We're way past Easter. So you can hop your ass along. You feel me?
Perry, stop. Perry, you're
hop along. Just hop your ass away. Because I ain't got time for this long, drawn out bullshit story. Oh, well, I first started and I really felt my
you don't know her.
I don't give a damn. No. I don't know her. Yeah. Right? But she don't know me neither, right?
Yeah, she don't.
I don't give a damn. This topic ain't about you.
They're talking about like, she was like, oh, I just want to throw this out there. People were saying, if you're not Black, you can't talk about Black creators and stuff like that. And then they strayed away from the topic and we're talking about, I can't talk about Black people. What's wrong with that? Let me clarify. This is the problem with the whole topic of other people covering and stuff like that. At the end of the day, you can cover whoever you want to. That is not illegal. The problem specifically that people had with the rabbit is that she wasn't showing her face. We didn't know who she was, but the way she was talking about Black content creators, and she done videos about me. I don't even care. I ain't got no hard feelings. You do what you do. However, when you're telling people, hey, I wouldn't trust this person. I don't really like this person. You're telling people, you're not reporting a story or a video of something I did on the video.
Right.
You're actually telling people, you shouldn't watch this guy. You shouldn't subscribe to him. And you did it to multiple Black content creators. That is why people had a problem. And that's why race was introduced to it. It wasn't because you were covering Black content, because you can cover whoever you want to.
Right.
But when you say everybody, let's throw it out there. Everybody knows I've done videos about Sherelle and Perry, but I never told you guys, don't subscribe to their channel, unsubscribe, dislike their videos, go attack them. I've never said that. I reported on the story, and then that's what it was. So that's the problem. So I wanted to explain that race thing, because the way they were going to try to spin it is make it seem like, oh, I can't talk about shows with that got nothing to do with nothing.
I invited you.
Well,
You did.
for
Like,
one,
I
you're a
asked
black
you to be
man.
here.
Yeah, you're a
Exactly.
black
You're a
man
black
and you're
man.
involved in a situation,
Exactly.
and watch the people who tell you to stay out of black people business. So I just want to go back a little bit now. After when you were doing your interview with Toxic Diamond, that is
Mhm.
when that person over there, that's what you calling that person, right? That
Mhm.
person over there. Okay, so that is when that person over there in those conversations, because those later disappeared out of your inbox, correct? At some point in time, right?
That was after that.
That was after. So,
Yeah.
okay. So basically, this person who's not black came to you for an interview to hear your side of the story, right?
Mhm.
And I want to put a little bit more emphasis on it. How exactly did you come across Nosy, right? Wasn't it Marcella that told you about Nosy, that told you to go to Nosy panel because they were trying to find the avatar and
I told you I'm not
Nosy
trying
was
to say
on?
names.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna say it. So it was Marcella that told So Deb to go to Nosy's panel, right?
Yes.
And this is how the whole Monique Turbo thing happened, because they said, go over there. This is Monica. You need to go up there because after So Deb did his quote unquote interview tour, he started being attacked already
But
about those things.
even pause there, because before that day even happened, she kept telling me to go over to Nosy channel. I was like, I don't really want to be involved, so no, I'm not going. I don't want to. But when they said they had found her, I was like, well, let me go see what she looked like. That was it. So that's how. Prior to going on that day, I kept getting text messages. Go over to Nosy. I'm like, I don't even know who that is. But I don't want to be involved. So I'm just like, no, I don't want to go. But when they said they had found who she was, I was like, well, let me go see what she looked. I was going to sit in the bushes. But then when I heard the voice, I commented in the chat. And so Nosy was like, come up here. So I did, just thinking like it wasn't gonna, I did not know what was gonna happen afterwards.
All right, so let's get into it, you guys. Please welcome my guest unapologetically, Mika.
Yes, like she had been in the chats, the Nosy Host chats, they're in investigation and stuff. But this was my first time seeing her on camera and hearing the alleged story that she's going to be telling. And I'm actually on this video too a little bit ahead of that.
Yes, but basically, Nosy had acknowledged you as someone that is like a part of her investigation team. Just so you know, Mika, we previously did a sit down with Evangelist Val. I don't recall this part of her story as far as her stepbrother.
Right. Like she did that, I believe, to try to, and you will see Nosy begin to cry. I think she's about to now. She's trying, I think, to trauma bond with Nosy because Nosy went through some traumatic incidents as well. So I see that more of a trauma bonding. She's trying to get in with Nosy. She's trying to get close to Nosy. Okay, right there. First of all, she's an evangelist, all right? Evangelists usually don't speak like, oh, your ancestors knew. They usually don't do that, but with her mixing that in, she's once again trying to, what was it called that we just said? Not love bomb, but trauma bond with Nosy. She knows Nosy is heavy into hoodoo and root work. She knows that. She knows Nosy is heavy with the ancestors. So that's another way she's trying to.
Thank you. Come on, Mika. So what kind of investigations were you doing for Nosy Ho? I found that interesting.
Well, it started off with the unmasking the avatar investigation. I was her lead investigator. And from there, we built a whole thing around that investigation. I built a Facebook page where people were being interactive with us, helping us look into different things. From there, we did other investigations. When things were shut down, I was working on the daycare investigation. That one was going to be a good one, y'all. My God, I was looking at this daycare worker who had done some things, and I actually interviewed some former employees, people that have their children in the daycare. That was going to be a good one. I helped this family find their father, the grave of the father, which was in North Carolina. He was in the military, and they didn't know where he was, so I got them to go to their father's grave. Another one, it was a Hispanic couple looking for the husband was looking for his father. It was a multitude of investigations that we were doing at the time, and I was running all of them. And her Ho Academy, helping her with holistic therapy. I did it all. I ran them all. And that Costco girl investigation, which was a mess, but I digress. Okay, the reason why she took me on is because I am very fast with my information. A lot of times Nosy will be on live and I'm in the back end on the phone with her, messaging her different things, sending her different receipts. I was literally her right hand until, Dani came along and disassembled that whole thing. I was with her up until then.
MT came up, correct? When MT came up, so why, or was it before MT came up?
This is before she came up there.
Okay. And then Monique Tober came up, and this is the person that Nosy was playing the audio, though. So Deb thought was all about the tea. Because that after that whole falling out and Deb going on those panels, I don't know if he started receiving threats. I don't know if this was when someone came to your house. I don't know if that happened.
That all happened later.
Afterwards, but I know there's a lot of things going on. People were saying that people were saying that they was receiving lawsuits and threats from people from All About the Tea's camp. So the people were basically trying to find out who she was, so that the panel members could, try to seek some type of justice for what people felt like was done to them. Like, and ultimately they were being doxxed because All About the Tea did do an interview with another woman when they were talking about the Ples situation, and that woman did actually dox Ples on All About the Tea's panel. So that's why people were heightened because of the things that was happening. So when Deb went up on Nosy's panel, he was a bit traumatized by everything that was going on. Of course, it was a lot happening right then, and he's thinking that this is the woman, so this woman is jumping up there. She's saying this is not me, but she was connected to a LLC, and that information was given to Nosy from Marcella, because Nosy said that herself, and I do believe she showed the messages between her and Marcella on her chat. I'm going to look back at my messages for that, but after that situation, with the interview with Monique Tober, so Deb did say on there, because Monique Tober said she's not the avatar. So Deb did say, if you are not this woman, and Miss Monique Tober said, I want y'all to bring me back up here and apologize to me publicly. So after that whole situation happened, then it just started getting crazy, right? But by the time go ahead.
Pause real quick. Even during that time, people keep going on saying that I was like being mean to this lady and I was doing all these things. I'm like, I'm asking questions, because for me, I'm like trying to figure out, are you this lady? I don't know. I even said, if you are, you have been very mean, blah, 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 yada, yada. I said that. I'm like, if you are you this person? I'm like, I never said you are this person. And so after this happened, going back to what Cups is saying, I did say that during that live, I was like, if I'm wrong, I have no issue with apologizing to you at all. So the next day, that's when that girl over there had contacted me, and she was like, you need to, she wanted me to apologize or whatever. And I said, well, literally the day after that, I went to my own channel, and it's still up on my channel. It's a Q&A. The very beginning of this, I said, I'm trying to reach out to her because I do want to, because I'm like, if anything, she's an older lady, and I don't want to be a man who is attacking like some older woman. That's just not me. And so I contacted Nosy first, and I was like, hey, can you give me the number? So the number that Nosy gave me didn't work. So then I contacted that girl over there, and then she was like, well, she wanted to do like a group conversation. And I'm like, it has nothing to do with you. It's between me and her. So just give me the information. Let me talk to her. I was like, because I still do have questions. You know what I'm saying? And if just like she has questions, I have questions as well. So let me ask the questions. But at the end of the day, I was going to apologize to her.
But she said the police was involved also. So Deb, that girl over there told you that the police was involved.
No. Not yet.
Okay.
Cups, you're going too fast.
I know. I'm trying to slow down, girl. Not
yet. After she wouldn't connect me with her, that's when that happened. That's when she was talking about the police being involved and all those other things. And I'm like, well, sued for what? We didn't do anything. She showed up to a live on her own. So she can't sue us because she's popped up on a live on her own. And so from that moment forward,
that weird person I think that's what's her name? Monica the Avatar wanted to sue you because you went on panel with her.
That's what that girl over there was
Monique
saying.
Tolbert, that's what they were saying. That's what Rabbit was saying to Deb. She was telling Deb that basically the police are involved now, and Monique Tolbert was gonna do something, or but it was like she got up on Nosy's panel and she gave out all her information. She said her grandfather's name, she said her own name, she said her children's name, she said all this information about her. But then they came back to Deb trying to scare him, which is a tactic, and they were trying to tell him the police is involved, and this is why you can't talk to her. So this is basically what she's telling Deb. You can't talk to her anymore because the police involved now. You can only talk to her if you come to my panel where she's at. Like basically, that's what she told Deb. He can only talk if he came to her panel and had the conversation.
She was trying to build content off of all this.
Yeah, I'll just say this, and because I've been answering DMs all day, and they come in left and right. How can you associate yourself with Nosy? She's a racist. Okay. Just from right there. No. Just from right there, I'm getting all this stuff. But it comes when somebody go on a platform and accuse a person for being racist that don't know what the hell they're talking about, okay? So now, yeah, I'll be honest with you, you can be abrasive, but it has no color lines. You have treated black people the same way, right? And that's just your thing.
I come for anybody that's coming for me. And what I'm not going to do is sit here and defend myself to anybody. I want to be clear. There are white people in my comments who fully support me. They're mermaids. They are sharks. And when we talk about certain white women who act like Karens, like the one in that Victoria's Secret the other day, acting a fool, white women talk about them with me. They call them Karens too. So that's not racism. That's a very problematic kind of person. Anybody that believes that I'm racist, just don't watch my channel. Because as a dark-skinned black woman, I don't owe nobody no explanation for a motherfucking thing. If they want to believe that, just don't watch it.
It's not true. And I don't want to make that the narrative. I'm not talking about race. I told you 4 or 5 times this girl is not racist, this woman.
I wouldn't have kept telling them, let them think that, who cares? I'm going to focus on Monica the Avatar.
Yeah.
He can try to deflect all he wants. And the butthurt people who want to believe him, go be deflected by him. But I'm going to focus on what's important, is this Avatar who hides behind a cartoon to hurt people.
Yeah, that has a lot to hide. That's why I came forward with my story. People want to down this investigation. She knows what she's talking about.
Yeah.
Not only that, her story matches identical to mine.
And then can I just mention this?
And I didn't tell John's story. I didn't tell Susie down the street story. It's nothing I made up. This is what happened to me. You knew I was going to say what I was going to say before I went on. If you had a problem with it, you should have said it then. But don't all of a sudden act like you're so upset and your only reason you're upset is because this girl is because Nosey's racist. That's not true.
Well,
huh?
Is that okay? Can I read something that somebody said in my comments?
Yeah.
About John. This is about John. They said he dressed up as 2 black 90-day cast members to make fun of them for his channel. He even wore black lipstick and big hoops. He fought with another black woman cast member and told her take her nappy hair and go eat watermelon. He called her a whore. He says he is not racist. That sounds like racism to me. That was like race. Sorry, John.
That does. But what I want to stick to the investigation, and he has us over here arguing about race.
I'm all in the investigation. He can deflect all he wants. Monica is the focus, period.
And that's what I was going to say.
It's our focus, and I'm not taking my eyes off of the focus. You know damn well we're not racist.
That real cease and desist so bad because honestly, I have had even celebrities who have been looking for this avatar, telling me once you get one, give us the address. We want her.
No, but listen, I've never heard of this before. $1,000 super chat you were doing.
Listen, I have had Clifford Harris reach out to me wanting her address to give me 50 stacks if I give her the address. If I give him the address, I offer anybody can give me her definite address. I will give them $10,000.
Let me stop you right there because it sounds like you're trying to dox her. Why do you want to know her address again? Why don't you just leave her alone?
Because she's serving me with a cease and desist, right? I want to go to court with her. You don't get to send me something to threaten me. And do you know that she called people's employers to get them terminated?
I've never heard it. Listen, I'm speechless. You had me gone when you said the $1,000 super chat right there. I was in fantasy land because I cannot believe
I'm paying. If you can find me her, I will give you $10,000.
I am not looking for no lady for 10 grand.
And I will put it in an escrow account so that you can get it as soon as you give me her address. And then I'm going to serve her, and we're going to be in federal court.
What's shocking to me is that she was taking money that you were giving and then paying out the panel, right?
She wasn't paying the panel. She was keeping the loot. She was keeping it for herself.
How is she going to take you? She's not going to be able to take you to court to keep her identity secret. It's going to be one or the other. But I just
That's
don't know
what
if she.
my attorney said. Once she gives us the cease and desist, we can file it.
Your attorney is a smart guy, smart girl.
Soon
I
as
don't know.
she send it to me, I'm not sending her back a cease and desist. I'm going to file it in a federal court. And
What are
as
you going to
soon
file?
as
What are you going to file though? What are you going to file against her?
harassment, do you know that I have a charity that she actually gave money to my charity and called the people and got all her money back that she ever donated?
So you're going to take her to court over that?
No, she harassed me. She spoke about my husband. My husband felt very awful about what she said, and the attorney, I don't have the legal papers on my desk right now, but told me exactly what I can sue for. My husband is not part of the YouTube world. I am. You know, you can
Gotcha.
say whatever you want to say about me, but you don't do that. And then she's sending cease and desist to all my friends.
So that's how me and her got into it. But it wasn't that I was asking her. She told me that I can come. She would call me for different shit, and that's how I started going over there.
So she would just wanted to act as if you were desperate for her attention,
Yeah.
and then you betrayed her.
Yeah.
And can you explain who the hell is Monique Tolbert?
Mm-hmm.
If you remember when the robot came up in here, it was said, of course we've all heard this numerous times, but you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
She came up because a family member, someone she loved so much, was hurt. Hurt. And when did that happen? Wasn't it right after all this happened?
I think that was on her first video that she had posted.
Mm-hmm. And that was right after what? When,
that was after me and Nosy had. I think that was after Rabbit interview Tolbert.
After the camera slip, after different things, correct? Somebody in the family was very, very hurt.
No, it was after Rabbit interview when they started calling her Mo Money. That's when she
right.
created Dani Robertson's channel, and that's when she went on and said the thing about the family member.
Right, and she said she was in here fighting for a family member. She was not going to give up, and as it went on, there was other people to play, like Monica. Oh God, Princess. Goody Goody.
I don't know Goody.
Oh, okay. You don't know Goody.
I've heard of Goody, but I don't know Goody.
And Marcella just came back and did an interview with
Sammy. Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
why
Now,
is Marcella back? Like, why is she back?
okay, this is what I wanted to tell you about Marcella. Okay, so Marcella is a part of Goody Goody. They call them the feds. Let me say allegedly for your content and for all of us. Allegedly, Goody Goody has she calls the old lady gang. They call them the feds.
Stuff was going on, and I think I seen the interview with Marcella, but I understood why Marcella came over to Sammy's channel that day.
Why?
Because the same issue with Val lying about being the sister and the health stuff, Marcella, that Val lied on Marcella about this years ago, and they were mad at Marcella for a very long time. So that's why Sammy ended up interviewing her. From my acknowledgement, I don't talk to Marcella, but I'm just assuming this is why.
Yeah, I agree. He's absolutely right.
Val connected to Marcella.
Well, that was my very first mod that I ever had on YouTube.
No way.
Yeah. Well, I think
I remember that years ago.
I met her on Nosy's channel. And then before that, I never really had mods, but that was always on my channel all the time. We did a lot of stuff. I did a lot of like prank stuff at the beginning when I got on YouTube. So we did I would do like midnight lives where like people would come up, we would donate money to people, all kind of stuff. It was like we had a good time. Because it was during COVID, people were needing stuff. And so people would come up, tell their stories. People would donate money, lunch money, all kind of stuff. And so Val ended up being over there all the time. I remember they made me make an Amazon wish list. Val bought me stuff from Amazon, everything. Me and Val were really, really, really cool. Like she wasn't cool with anybody on YouTube at the time. By the time we traveled through the whole time zone of this whole situation, they hated me. And Val was going back and forth.
What situation? Monique Tolbert or All About the Tea?
Yes, because there was always this not all about the tea really wasn't a thing at this point. It was about
Monique. Yeah.
It was Monique Tolbert.
And
Yes.
there was a thing between me and the girl Sunny because they kept wanting me to apologize. And I'm like, well, I already gave my apology the next day on my channel because
Who is that Sunny person?
her channel was Don't Tell Me, Tell the People.
I bonded with Nosy immediately. Like I saw myself in her. That investigation, like she would be on live going up to 12 hours a day with thousands. She held thousands those whole 12 hours with people looking up, trying to find out who Monica is. And like I said, I was the one who connected her with Monique. And there's a video of that I sent Sammy where Monique came up on the platform about the whole lemon ice cream. Do y'all remember that? I was the one who got her up there, guided her up on the platform.
Tell us more about that.
Okay, that was Nosy. First of all, let's go to the reason why, which is a stupid reason now that I look at it. But there was a fallout with the All About the Tea situation.
Yes.
Where Ples got yelled at by Monica, and everything just, everyone went their separate ways. Because of that, everyone was like, yeah, sexy 60. There goes to show your face. You want to do all of this? Show your face. Show us who you are. You're not about to be an anonymous avatar around here and you're doing this. So then they started looking into who could this avatar be. And when it got up to the Monique Tolbert incident, I was also in the chat investigating with everyone else, but I was on the back end while calling Monique Tolbert. And she just so happened to have answered the phone. And I was like, this is what's going on. Click in here. You need to see this. You need to answer to this. And she was like, oh my God, this is a lie. Oh my God, how do I, defend myself? So I guided her up there onto the platform. And then there's a whole showdown between Nosy, Monique, and So Debonair.
Yes, I think I remember seeing that live. Now, let me ask you this, is that the same live where a woman came up there and they kept accusing her of being Monica?
Right, that's Monique. And that's Monique Tolbert, yeah.
Now, do you believe that as well? And I don't mean to rehash that situation. What did it end up? I'm sorry.
No, there's no problem. You can ask him whatever. At the time, I did believe it because of her voice and the whole lemon ice cream thing. Like there was something, I can't really remember what it was, but Monique Tolbert was on camera buying lemon ice cream. And I think Monica said something about liking lemon ice cream. And if you listen to the voices, they were very similar. And a lot of us believed that was the avatar. Plus, she was also from the boot. And that was one of the clues that were given. Monica's from the boot. So this Monique Tolbert lady, who has also been on different what was it? It was a judges program we busted her out with that she was on, like on national TV. But as I was investigating Sammy, I realized this isn't the right one. When I took it to Nosy, she was like, nope, we have the right one. So-and-so's, I'm not gonna mention it, so-and-so's attorney said this is who it is. We're going to keep it on her and we're going to find the link between Kenya and we're going to make this story what it is. So I threw aside what I had already known to be true to complete this investigation for her. In the end, we did find the right Monica.
And it's not the Monique Tolbert.
No, it's not Monique Tolbert.
Tolbert, okay.
I spoke to Monica's actual brother, and I should have sent you that video. I'm sorry, because I still have it where I'm on FaceTime talking to Lenny. I was the one who made that interaction happen with him and Nosy. I was the first person to be in contact with him.
I did hear a rumor that there may have been some money that was maybe misappropriated or maybe stolen from Nosy Ho. Would you like to speak on that situation? Is that why you and her fell out, or?
Oh, no, not at all. And I should have sent you that too. Like when you do look at another video, I'll send you the receipts.
Yeah.
I stayed with Nosy up until I left Nosy. I was valuable to her, but in the end, she did not treat me with value. You understand? It was like more of her telling me what to do. You do this now with no gratitude. Plus, she did suffer from bipolar disorder. So she was going through a lot of different bipolar moments. I'm having to deal with that on the back end. It was too much. And at that time, I was being doxxed in the Black tea sector. So I had enough. And I was like, I'm sorry, but I wish you the best. I gotta go. I can't do this. And I'm gonna send you that receipt. Now, the money that was stolen from Nosy Ho Academy. It was stolen
Yes.
from it was stolen from one of the students, and it was not me. That was Saki, and I have the proof of that too. I'm gonna send it to you.
I did see Nosy around before, and I remember seeing that infamous live when they, thought that they had her and had that live was crazy.
It
Wow.
was.
It was. So how did your content creator journey begin?
Honestly, with Dani, I thank Dani for that. Because in the end, I did to end the investigation, because I knew even with me leaving, she would try to find a way to continue it, even though I was the one running everything. Hey, LKP, even though I was running everything, I knew someone would be eager to step up in my position.
Mm-hmm.
So I took everything and I took it over to Dani. And that's when I started helping Dani with Dani's breakdown. Every time Dani had a live, she would play a segment of me breaking things down that happened in the investigation.
So
So
Rabbit
Nosy
kept on talking about
Intels.
Nosy Hole, and then
Nosy
Monica talked
Intels.
about Nosy.
it was multiple videos about Nosy.
Yep.
And so, and I want to travel back a little bit because Cup skipped a lot of steps real quick. So once I went over to Nosy's channel, that girl over there was like trying, even when it came to Toxic Diamond, she was trying to be like the middleman when it came to me about these people, because she was like, be careful. And so because me and Nosy actually got cool, I think that the control that she thought she could have had over me kind of changed for her. Because I'm like, well, I mean, if I'm cool with you, I could be cool with you and be cool with her as well. Because Nosy was never on no type of time like, well, you can't talk to her because you're talking to me. She was just like, whatever y'all got going on, cool. Just don't bring that shit over here to me. So I'm like, all right, cool. I won't do it, because at the time we were cool. So I'm like, I'm not. Even when it came to Toxic Diamond, the same thing. So that's where my biggest issue came in with, because I was struggling with Toxic Diamond and Nosy with that girl over there. And so once I got cool with Nosy, I think she had a leak, like she was like not that bad with Toxic Diamond, but she really did not like Nosy. And so I didn't know the magnitude of that. And again, when Nosy told me to go look at her channel, I was like, oh my God, like she really has made videos about you like this. And so going back forward, so after that thing happened when Tober had showed up, I'm like, well, I want to talk to her. Let me apologize, because I did tell her I was going to do that. But then it became, well, we got to do a group thing. I'm like, I don't need you on the phone with me with her. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. And I'm like, I'm a grown ass man. Like, I don't need that from you. And so she was like, I think the last thing she said was like, I tried to warn you. I think I sent the video. I sent you my video to Cups. But there's a part in there. She's like, I tried to warn you or something like that. I'm like, warn me about what?
Down the rabbit hole was saying, I tried to warn you.
Yes.
And me and Sherelle have been through a lot together.
God, yeah.
So that, people saying, oh, me and Sherelle, that's not true at all. And on the flip side of things, I have known Monica since probably day one of me being on social media. I've known her from my Twitter days. 6-7 years, me and Monica have been friends. And she's one of my very good friends. And, there's that. So I find myself in this precarious position where I am stuck in the middle, and, I didn't want to. So my logic was, the reason why I've been distant or not being live with Sherelle was because I thought that if I went live with Sherelle after Sherelle's story on Nosy's channel, that Monica would feel a certain way about it.
This is what I wanted to say about the whole thing. All of this Monica and John stuff is really ridiculous. John has known for a long time that I don't get along with Monica, but that doesn't mean I can't be his friend. That doesn't mean that he has to have the same friends that I have. Before I even went on, I had a conversation with John. I feel like I should be able to speak my truth if it's my truth, and it is my truth. But what's bothering me about it all is that this lower blogger just spews lies, and it gets to the point where I tried defending myself. I've tried to correct the rumors. You get numb after a while. This will be my last video talking about any video that you could say I shot someone on 53rd Street and I wouldn't care.
Same.
It's just ridiculous. And yeah, I'm friends with John and Heidi. That doesn't mean they have to do everything I do. John, when is the last time you've been on my channel? A month.
Yeah, I think
No one said anything about it then. Now all of a sudden it's a big deal. It's because people are trying to make a story, and I refuse to even give anybody any more energy about this stuff. I argue with the same people over and over. Nothing's getting resolved, and I'm not the type of person to just argue for the rest of my life about anything. I'm glad that I talked to Heidi and we resolved everything, because at the end of the day, I don't know Heidi. I shouldn't be fighting with Heidi like this. It gets exhausting, and you just have to stop. And that's what I'm going to do. Just stop. Anybody can say whatever they want. I'm never going to be mad anymore at anybody I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. It just is immature on its highest level. And I just want to stop. I've known for a long time, John and Heidi, like Monica, they made a video in her defense. We went on the next day. It was no big deal. So, I'm just getting tired of people making something out of nothing. And, Heidi, we should have never been fighting in the first place. I don't have anything against you. Look forward to building a strong relationship with you. And I'm not defending myself against anything anymore. It's just tiring. Did you have something to say, Heidi?
I don't defend myself against anything anymore, to be honest.
Yeah.
People don't know me. I love John. I love Monica. As you said, you and I had a conversation a month or so back. I don't defend myself because people don't know you. They say what they want to say. No matter what you say, they're going to twist the narrative. So I just don't care. I don't feed into it. And that's just me.
How long have you been that way? Because now I'm like that now, but it took me a while to say,
I've been like that, honestly, since I can remember. I say what I say. I stand in what I say. So like I told you when you and I had the conversation, I see things and I see all sides, but I'm here. I'm here for John. I'm here for Monica. You and I have had this conversation. We're going to work on a relationship. I don't let other people tell me or let me, you shouldn't be friends with this one. This one is going over that way. But like I said, I don't really know you. We just had a conversation. I've been friends with Monica for the longest. I've been friends with John for the longest. I stay here. Whatever comes my way, I will support him. I will support her. If it gets to that point between the two of us, I will support you.
I know they're always saying, oh, look, Yates is quitting again. Let's see how long it takes before he's back. Whatever. Busy Blue was quitting after he apologized to Sherelle the last time. And then 20 minutes later, he was live with Jolene talking shit about us. So, yeah, we'll see.
I'm going to start out by saying that I don't have a problem with John Yates. You guys know that. I stuck by his side through thick and thin. I don't have a problem with him. But what I'm not going to do is lie. And everyone knows I went on Nosey's channel to tell my story about Monica and what happened to me. No one else. To me. And I went on there to do that because I didn't want anybody to think that Nosey was lying.
Yeah.
Her story is my story. I don't have a problem with that avatar being John's friend. That's what you want to roll with. Go ahead. He knew a long time from that, before all of this happened, we established that's your friend and fine. I don't like her. It was established from the beginning. We never talked about her. We mind our own business. But before I went on Nosey's channel, I called John. I called John and a number of other people that I felt needed to know what was going on. And a group of them were housewives that asked me to tell their story. Make sure you say she ruined our lives. That's what I did. Told John about it, and a whole bunch of other people that are important to my career. All of a sudden, John has the attitude about it. John has asked me for weeks now, is Nosey Does Nosy have a problem with me? I said, no.
What? Why was my name in his mouth? I don't know.
Let me finish. I said, no. She doesn't have a problem with you at all.
Don't even think about you, honey.
We supposedly went on live to let everyone know there's nothing wrong with us. Then all of a sudden you just start going crazy. You're quitting. Okay. And then you came for Nosy first, calling her a racist. Now let's turn the tables. If any white person got accused of being racist falsely, all hell would break loose. We know why you're doing it. I suspect I know why you're doing it. You're doing it for Monica. You want us to talk about race and start a race war than this investigation, and it's not happening. Your girl is up to no good, and it's going to be exposed. You know, I told you an hour before you went online, she's not racist. What she meant by that black people are not racist, can't be racist, is no other race, even if you're Asian, understands the plight of a black person. That's what she meant by that. We're treated in ways that other people aren't treated. And it's just a proven fact, statistical fact. You're so messy. Okay, so it's a statistical fact. What I'm not going to have this become is a black and white thing. I'm not racist. Nosy's not racist. John's not racist. But he's throwing that out there to change the narrative. And then when he went on today to try to make it seem like Nosy's investigation was just a fluke done by some nut job that doesn't know what she's talking about, you're crossing the line.
Yeah.
She knows what she's talking about. We've had private investigators that know that she knows what she's talking about. If you want to be neutral, but don't come in and try to disrupt this woman's investigation, who I support. There are truths out there about the avatar, Monica, Monique, whatever you want to call her, that needs to be exposed. That needs to be told. It's no way a person could be affiliated, associated with all of this corruption, all of this bullying, and continue to do so, and you don't even show your face. How is that? I couldn't even write a story that damn dumb. If you're gonna do all of this, at least let us know who you are. But to go on there and say, she's doxing Monica, she doesn't know what she's talking about, she's right. No, you're trying to disrupt this investigation. And I refuse to talk about race. Everybody knows I'm not racist. Everybody knows he's not racist. You mentioned her, you came for her first, and you seem to leave that out. I don't have a problem with you, John, but please step aside and let this investigation run its course.
So the next thing is Nosy whole channel got taken down, right? Now, you see, she told him, I tried to warn you. So now Nosy whole channel gets taken down, and Nosy is on Twitch now. And now Nosy is really telling things, right? So Deb is over there supporting Nosy, and, because ultimately...
Wait. You skipping too far ahead.
What?
Because even before that, when it got taken down...
You skipped too far ahead.
I went on, me and Busy went on and tried to get her channel back.
Yeah.
Because like he don't want no black woman's channel to be taken down. So me and him went.
Who took Nosy Ho's channel? Monica the Avatar?
They striked her channel so much they took her channel down.
Nosy said that All About the Tea took her channel down. People are saying that this happened from the Costco girl incident, because there was a Costco girl incident where the police got involved, and Nosy was on the phone with the police, and she was very disrespectful with the police. And they said that Shaky Fontaine Shaky Fontaine put this out herself, that she called the police station and gave them Nosy Ho's YouTube channel, and then they took it to YouTube Legal, and that's how her channel got taken down.
That's how it got taken down. Yep.
Damn, crazy.
I told Val, I was like, when she chose to disconnect from me, for them, I said, the same thing they're doing to me, they're going to do it to you eventually. And good luck to you. And it's happening to her now.
So she chose them over you.
Val and me used to talk all the time. She's my very first mod. Even when I had my Amazon wish list, Val bought me like video games. She explained to me why she bought them for her sons, like the games she had bought me, everything. Like me and Val were really cool. Like Val has my personal phone number, cool. So after all the stuff that had kind of happened between me and those people over there, she chose a side, and her side was them, and it wasn't me. And she kept trying to get me to go back and like be cool with them, but like they were never in that space. And I didn't understand why she kept doing that with me, because I'm like, well, I mean, I'm not really mad at these people, but you know, if they want to like, you know, make peace, I'm cool with it, because I don't like, I'm not that type of person where I'm about to be battling with people on the internet. I'm just not. So if that's what they wanted, and most of it was just with this lady, her name is Sunny, the girl Sunny. So that's what it really was. And she was trying to create peace with us, but I'm just like, the lady doesn't like me. And mind you, we hook up in real life, me and the girl. So it was just really weird. I'm like, why does Val keep bringing this to me, and she doesn't even want to make peace with me? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So the answer to that question is yes, I do think that Val's been like this for a very long time.
So, okay, so before the whole
Thank
Val
you.
thing of Val flipping on him, I want to bring up how it went left when it started to actually really go left for Sodeb, right? That was when all that stuff happened. Once Nosy channel went down, there was something that happened where I think Nosy was saying some things about that woman over there, about tacos or burritos, or it was something with tacos.
It was what was it? It was
She said something about tacos.
Chalupas and sombreros.
So she was basically saying, like, you know, this is a non-black woman that's coming in black spaces, and you know, she needs to focus on a chalupa or sombrero, whatever. She said something dead last.
Word for word.
Call her Ling Ling. So you know, like there's
Word
some
for
people
word,
that
what she
make
said
you
was
want to
she should
say
have set
mean
their air.
things.
No, word for word, what she said was she should have set their air. She should have sat there and ate her chalupa and hung on her sombrero. That's
Right.
what she
Okay. All right. And the only thing you did was laugh about that, right? So
I
that,
put LOL in the chat. Now,
and then after that,
after this happened, they were calling ICE, and I'm like, I had logged off because I was at Pride at the time, so I logged off of what is that other app?
that was Twitch. That was Twitch.
Twitch. Yes, I was on Twitch that day, so I LOL'd because to me it was like, you know, sit there, eat your food. I didn't think about like
It's funny. What is wrong with that? It's a joke.
I didn't think about like the actual sombrero and the chalupa. I didn't think about that. Well, after this is when Speak and Spell made a video about me.
That's Shaky, the Shaky the Bod. That's what she started when she first came out. She was a robot. She wasn't talking. She came out originally as playing videos as a robot voice. She didn't use her voice in the beginning. So we called her like Rosie, Speak and Spell. I call her Shaky Bot. Like, you know, we just gave her a whole bunch of names. Like, you know, so she wasn't an actual person talking. She was doing it in hello.
She
This
went and
is what.
attacked you.
Yeah, she started making videos about that
because of LOL.
because right.
LOL, that was it. That's all I said.
That was it. Yep. And that's when everybody started turning on
him. I was being racist towards that girl over there. And I'm like, I
thought black people couldn't be racist.
We can't. But that's what they put on us.
What the fuck is she talking about? Is she
Hello.
not a black person?
I never knew they called ICE on that lady at all. I had no idea. Literally,
but nobody can prove that ICE actually got called on her. But that's the thing. Can anybody prove that ICE actually got called on her, or was that something
I don't even
that she
know.
just said? Because now we see how these people operate. Clearly, she became a victim for you to become attacked because that's what everybody used. I believe that's why Sunny kind of fell back from you because she was like, "Oh, you was over there with Rabbit, and then you was over there with her."
So peep this. I was supposed to meet Sunny that day. She knew I wasn't even at home. So because I was meeting her and her husband out that day. So when I logged off of that live that day, I did my podcast live at Pride that day. Sunny was like, the next day they're making a video about you, and I was like, for what? And she was like, yeah, because of the shit that you said in Nosy's live.
But hold on, she told you about this before the video came out, right? She gave you a warning.
Yes.
Before the video came out, she let you know a video was coming out about you, correct?
Yes.
Sunny,
who said that to you?
Sunny said this.
Who
Keep
is
the
Sunny?
names and notes. Sunny is the woman that was just on Incoming Opinions panel not too long ago about Val when she got up there and she was talking and she said Val really hurt her. If you go back on Incoming Opinion, that's Sunny right there that came out of nowhere talking about Val recently. This is the Sunny we're talking about, and this is what was going on back then. Go ahead, Dad.
The one who told all the lies to Marcella and to Val, who stopped being friends with me because of her. That woman. So when she told me this, I'm like, well, for what? And they were like, because of what I said in Nosy's chat. Mind you, at the same time, Nosy had fell out with Marcella and Princess. So they wanted me to pick a side. And I'm like, well, y'all keep saying stand up Black women's business. So listen, I'm out of it. I'm friends with y'all. I'm friends with her. Leave me out of it because this is the narrative y'all keep bringing up. When I told the person, she was like, it's cool. Like, don't even worry about it. Well, that was not the same thing with Marcella. It came to this thing where like it got very nasty with me. And I'm just like, I check on you every day. Like, I don't understand what's going on. And like y'all keep saying, stay out of Black women's business, then I'm getting back in. Like, what am I supposed to do? I don't know.
Yeah.
Dani is very encouraging and supportive in that way. That is amazing. That's a great story of her. Thank you. I love that.
She's a beautiful individual. I love her, even though she probably hated me in the beginning. I love me some Dani.
In the Avengers, yeah, she is. She is a sweetheart. So you were doing more true crime type of content. Now, how did you? So your time in the T sector was more so being under Nosy Ho and doing the investigations and things like that.
Right. And being a watcher at first, because I can't remember the name, and the crowd might can help me. She had a series, but that's how I started following her. But before Nosy, it was like people like Tasha K and all of them, you know.
Really? So how do you feel? Like, talk about like doxing and that moment, like the first time you were doxed, because I know we always talk about like the traumatic things that have happened to us, right? And you mentioned it a couple of times. What do you think caused the doxing, and then how did you feel when it actually happened?
Let me say, at first, like with me doxing, because I did take part in doxing a lot of people, a whole lot of people that shouldn't have been doxed. Their information shouldn't have been put out here in the public, but I had no understanding of doxing. I didn't even know what doxing was until I got in trouble for it. Now, sorry about that.
That's okay.
With me getting doxed, it was more of a lesson. Like, you're doing this to these people. How do you feel if it's done to you? And I'm going to do it to you until you stop. And I'm not going to lie. Like, you know, I'm new to all of this. And, you know, different things about me are coming out. I actually had to put myself into a mental facility for a few days. Like, that's how bad it got.
Oh, wow.
To go from someone that everyone loved to someone that everyone hated was hard. You know, I just didn't understand it. Yeah, because I was really loved. People loved me. But when the head Avenger herself, Miss Dani, came along and started breaking things down and showing the different people that were affected, that showed the different people that were doxxed, she was like, okay, here you go. Yeah, Rabbit and Dani. Definitely did. And it was a lesson. She was teaching me a lesson, and I learned greatly.
So they were like, they felt like I should apologize. She also was trying to be cool with the Rabbit and Dani at the same time too. Wow, me and her are cool at the same time. Mind you, this is the person I hung out with in real life.
And here's where I'm gonna. Okay. So Debonair, I'm so glad you're up here because you can relate. We can both talk about down the rabbit hole. A lot of people don't know.
Yeah, we need to
who
know
that
about that
is.
woman. Oh yeah, we do.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then you understand that her and DR were very, 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 very close.
Oh, I know that because I know.
And go ahead, Sue Debonair. Go ahead.
When this all started, before DR got over here, she was basically threatening me about her showing up eventually.
Yeah, she put it out there that there's going to be
Hello,
boom.
let me know if you want to come up.
Yeah.
Please continue. Yeah.
And so, we talked about this when I was over there the last time. But what happened was, I was friends with her before I got to Nosy, and she was trying to make me pick a side, and I'm like, well, I don't really need to because. I mean, I can be cool with both of y'all. I just went through this with her and Toxic Diamond, so I should be able to be cool with her and Nosy. I had no idea she's making videos about Nosy prior to me to all this stuff happening because she had took those videos down. But Nosy had them screenshotted and sent them to me, so I knew that was true. So after the Tolbert thing happened, that's when I started getting all these threats about, they're going to, everybody's going to get sued. People going to be in big trouble. They're going to be coming for you guys, all this stuff. I'm like, I mean, it's face. I mean, it's YouTube. Like, I mean, what could really be happening? No idea this lady's going to show up on here and start like putting people's business out here. No idea.
Yeah.
Even after that, the day after we did.
Why was the Monique Tolbert such a big deal?
Dani Robertson came up here saying, literally, she was coming after everybody. And if you remember her videos from a long time ago, that she had the little wigs all put up there. Okay, each person's channel she put down was a wig of them or hair of them. She went from channel to channel to channel to channel to channel. And that's when each wig or hair, whatever their hair may have looked like, was up there. Yeah, she
Forgot what
she was on a mission to take down everybody. So you just don't come up here and act like you don't know nobody.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, you turn around and say, I'm coming up here because I'm going after each and everybody that has hurt somebody that I love and I care about. You came for mine, I'm coming for yours, and I'm taking it all down.
Exactly, Marcella. You see, Marcy said she tried to run her too. I just can't be run. Like, I'm an Aries through and through. You're not to tell me what to do, especially when I'm helping you.
Now, when she says the brims don't play, who are the brims? Is that what Nosy Ho called her supporters?
No, I think she's calling herself a broom. You're a broom, right, Marcy?
What is that? What is a
'Cause
brim?
I'm Big Crip if you broom. I just think that the switch up and the doxing, like how people can go from adoring you to hating you. You know, that's the thing that gets to me the most.
Really?
For some reason, but because I don't understand it. I'm not the type to switch up like that. I can't just switch up my feelings from loving you to hating you. Like this, look at V is in the chat. She could tell you up until this incident right here, I was still supporting Val. You may not see me in her chat, but I was still a supporter, hitting the like, still listening. Even after she lied on V, and you know, V's my bestie. She lied on her, and I still gave her an opportunity. They tried to name it Wiley. Wiley is another one. Wiley tried to give it the name Section 8 sector.
Really?
Yeah, from my understanding, I think it was Wiley who tried the Section 8 sector, and someone else that named it the B sector. Now, I'm trying to find
Okay, I
that one
got that
receipt because
one.
people still to this day try to play up with me and say that Nosy Ho kicked me out and cussed me out, and that never happened.
All right, y'all. Marcella is dropping some tea as well. Okay, speak with your girl Marcella. As Mika, how do you handle when people still challenge you? That's a great question.
When people challenge me, it depends on the situation, but with me, I'm about my receipts. Like, I'm gonna gather every receipt, every little piece of information I can to prove you wrong if you're challenging me, and I'm gonna come out with it, and I'm gonna come out and do a show, and I may cut you out in the midst of doing so. But yeah, that's how I handle it now. Yes, I will gather a receipt.
So you the receipt. Okay.
Okay, that is me reaching out to Nosy about the story of me allegedly stealing money from Ho Academy, because what I did was put out a fake story by baiting Rabbit. I pretended to be someone else and sent her so-called information, but it kind of blew up on me, so to speak, because then she started digging into Tamika Fordham, the name, which is legally my name. That was my married name. I'm Warren, though I don't go by Fordham. And she missed and doxed the wrong Tamika. She doxed a school teacher, which turned into something. I just caused a whole bunch of chaotic events, just planting the story. Because that's what me and Nosy Hill were doing behind the scenes. If someone is coming after us, we're going to find a way to get at them. Just like the list. I don't know if you remember that, and I should have sent you that too, but I need your email address for that. She had me create a hit list. And on that hit list are certain creators. She wanted their information gathered.
Wait, she who? Nosy?
Yeah. Yeah, she had me create a hit list. Yep. Of a bunch of creators, whoever was talking about her, talking shit about her. And then she was going to have her people go out and strike them, like do a mass strike team.
And see, and let me, now I'm sorry to interrupt you here, but let me just say, and that's exactly why her channel got terminated.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
exactly why. When you start playing like that, that is the result. And she ended up losing her channel. Wow, that's crazy.
But, yeah, this message pretty much it says brings up Saki and Evelyn, because those two were tied to this together. I said because I see her on Dani and the Rabbit's YouTube pages, and then she told them it wasn't them that stole the money from the guy for the classes, that it was me. I wasn't even a mod yet, and I think that can easily be proven. And then Nosy said he's in my class. He'll gladly tell who sent it, who he sent it to. So that's that receipt right there. And then on underneath, you can see me sharing the video of Rabbit, and that is my mugshot, part of my mugshot that you see right there, where it says who stole money, update, like who stole money from Ho Academy.
People are going to reach out and maybe, you know, have a different side of what you may be saying. Are you comfortable with me just asking you a couple of things.
Absolutely, go ahead.
Now Trees is stating that you actually sent her the link to reset her password. Do you recall that?
Child, let me say this and let me send this to you. Because again, you're not going to play with me after I have gathered all of my receipts together, after I did a live about it, after I did an upload about it, after I contacted GoFundMe and proved that I did not take that money. And Dani did a follow-up video about it, saying that I never took that GoFundMe money. So let me go ahead and gather real fast my receipts, and I will send them right on over to you.
Okay.
Because honestly, I have the receipts. I will send the conversation showing where she asked me to set it up. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna send you the login. No, you just do everything. Yeah, Tina, get the fire extinguisher. You just do everything. You run it all. Okay, and that's what I did. When it came time to turn things over, she needed to present her ID and banking information. The slow hoe did not do that. She decided to wait a year to try to get back on it, and it's too late by then.
Now, who are you calling the slow hoe?
Trees. Now, like I said, I have had many videos, many lives, and Dani herself even came out and said I never stole her money. And for someone as reputable as Dani, because we know Dani ain't gonna come out here and lie for nobody. Dani comes out and says the same thing, confirms what I say, and you still have doubt about this pussy ass GoFundMe. Can I cuss over here?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and you still got doubts about this pussy ass GoFundMe. I don't have your money. Never took your money. Don't want your money. Don't need your money, honey.
People aren't speaking out, and I would love to give some clarity on this, right? As far as subscribers, a lot of subscribers and content creators aren't speaking out out of fear of being doxxed. Okay, the way that this
she doxed me, Cups. She doxed me too.
Yeah, that's what she does. She docks your subscribers, she'll dox your moderators. And ultimately, a lot of people, they do actually have jobs. People aren't just sitting online doing nothing. So it's kind of like, this is not worth my job. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is not worth my family being harassed. It's not people are afraid of her. It's just that, like anything, like I know from myself, and I don't know about anybody else, when this whole situation started, it was a mess, of course. But I had plenty of people come to me and say, Cups, it is so not worth it. Why would you even get involved with it? Even before, when she first made the video, so many bigger YouTubers contacted me and they said, Cups, do not respond to her. Do not respond. They're baiting you into this. And I was foolish. And I did respond. And that is the goal of them. They want to attack you because, they want to engage in that. And then they dox you and then, lie on you. And then they have all these smaller channels that they then push out this content to. It's a whole system of how these people operate. But your breakdown is.
I don't think that Nosy ever responded to her at all.
No, Nosy never even paid attention to the shaky channel. Yeah. That's why it's so interesting. She never even paid attention. One thing about Nosy never, ever paid attention to nobody that made videos about her. Never. She never, and I was the person that made videos about Nosy. So I feel like I'm one of the people that could speak on this. I made videos about Nosy. I was on Nosy's head. I was the first person on YouTube. I can claim that. I was the first person on YouTube making videos about Nosy because Nosy was falling out with Tasha K and Toxic Diamond. And that's how I started making content. I was like, oh my God, they falling out. Like, it was so much stuff going on. So I started making videos about it. We was in COVID. So Nosy didn't like the fact that I was making those videos, of course, and, she didn't care for my content, and that's totally okay. Like, so I was making videos about her, and, Nosy is a very strong forward woman. She does not give a F about people. She says what's on her mind. She doesn't care. And people enjoyed that, if I'm being honest. And I couldn't understand. My only problem was I felt like she was doing an injustice to the Black people. That's really why I spoke up about it, because I felt like you don't have to dog us out like that, the way she was talking to people. But, and I said this in your other video, even though I don't give no excuses to that, because I would never dog my people out, even though I'm very upset with my own people and how they just sat back and allowed this person to do this to me when I show my face. Like, I'm not showing my face right now, of course, because I got my Meek Millies on, but I got my Meek Millies on, man. But I show up and people see me. And I think the saddest thing is when people can see a Black woman talking and being attacked by someone who's hiding themselves and lying to you, and they will go with that. And that tells me what that confirmed for me in my time away from YouTube, because I was able to sit back and actually watch. I knew what was going on because there's more to this story. That's why I'm enjoying your content about all about the tea, because this goes The connection starts before All About the Tea. The troll farm started before All About the Tea. It was just
Yep.
that All About the
Okay,
Tea
c'est
was in
Marie-Josée.
need. All About the Tea was in need for somebody. She needed people to help her. She
Yeah.
did the narrative that was it was spinning so quickly, and she needed people to help her. So that is when the down the rabbit hole came in. The troll contractor. And the thing also is that content creators on this app are not scared. Certain content, most content creators that you see with her, some of them, the smaller ones, they are intimidated by her. But the bigger people that you see with
Yeah.
her, understand they are using her to knock out their competition. That is fact. That is
So,
a
what do you think
fact.
about her and Trees? Do you really think they're actually fighting, or is it just that, just like, the Trees with the Income and Opinion,
Are they
they
beefing
hated
again?
each other for 2 years. Now they're buddy buddy.
Well, I don't know.
Trees is working for
So is
Dani.
Trees and Shaky beefing again?
Oh,
Or are
oh,
you talking
oh,
about
oh, oh,
before?
yeah, yeah, yes, yes, yes. Oh, yeah.
No.
Shaky, do you mean as far as DR, baby?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yes, yes. They've been beefing for a while.
Well, I think that, like I said, I think that Trees got bigger than the program because that's why they went to Trees, because Trees had a voice. Trees, clearly she can garner an audience. And they needed somebody who actually didn't mind showing their face as a Black woman. They needed a puppet, respectfully. They need someone that they can pay to push a narrative. And what she's shown me, what I've seen, is that she has taken money from people and attacked other people. She's admitted to that
Yeah.
from the clips that I heard. She said someone paid her to talk about it, or someone
Oh,
sent her a
yeah,
cash
she
app to talk about
does.
something. So
Right.
that
Now I
tells
have
you
a
that.
question. I have a
Okay, go
question
ahead.
because we need to go. Now we're going into season 6, and I need to go back to season 6.
Okay, go
Okay.
ahead, Madgie.
I was trying to
So,
stay with you.
Go ahead,
yo, thank
Madgie.
you. So yeah, when Monica had the slip up, you told me it was in December. Was it after Nosey's channel was taken
Yes, Nosy Channel
I
was
was
in
Yeah,
August.
Yeah, it was gone.
yeah.
and she had the slip up?
Mhm.
Do you
Yeah.
believe the slip up?
I think it was a
No.
way for them to get people to shut up about it.
They want,
And,
No,
yeah, they
I
wanted people to
believe,
shut up.
and,
Yeah,
honest, and honestly,
yeah.
I think it was a
I
way
don't
for
believe it was a true slip up either. I believe, yeah, I don't believe it was.
A
Right.
paid character. That was a paid character, respectfully, in my opinion.
But no, I think it was when I went on that day, because I was so mad at a lot of people that day. I went off on like 3 different people. But I went on to say, basically, this is Monica. She doesn't want to talk all this shit about us. This is her.
I'll drop.
So that we can all be done and move the hell on, because it was getting old at this time. Like, for the people who were watching, maybe not so much, but the people that were actually involved with it, we were tired of it. So yes, this is Monica, this lady that y'all looking at. This is her, because not when John Gates is going, oh no, Monica, not you showing your face. Monica, put it away. Oh
It was,
my.
yeah,
It was like watching a
so
Tubi movie.
characterized. Yeah, it was very
It was like watching a Tubi
characterized.
movie. Yeah, I was like, okay.
What do you mean you dropped your hair? Are you
Her,
okay, Stormy?
her
Yeah,
thing
please
might have
continue,
went out.
please.
But yeah, I think that was set up, and I have a little proof that it was a setup too. Someone told me that was closely connected to the situation.
Did you drop?
Can you hear me?
Stop.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Here we go.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Like this phone, I tried to put my phone to do not disturb, girl. It's always blinging. It's like Jesus, I can't get it to stop ringing. Like Jesus. What was I said? What was we talking about?
The
You said you know
job
somebody was really close to
no,
the
Oh yeah, so
yeah, your face.
someone, a little birdie came to me and we had a conversation that is very connected to them, and they told me that it was a setup, that it was a part of the play. She just wanted to get that out and out the way so people would stop trying to find out who she was. Because even though after Nosey's channel, people were still questioning, people were still talking about it because so much stuff was still happening. After that, it was like a full on, like I said, like it was a campaign of people being attacked. So people still, it was still a question like, who is she? Even especially when she went on a live and she had said that she called Busy Blue a bed wench.
Oh
People
yeah,
started wondering again, like, oh well, who
What?
is she now? Now we
I
need to
forgot
know who
about
she
that.
really is. Like, how you calling her a bed witch, but you got a light skinned avatar, but they saying that you a brown skinned woman. It was a lot of questions that people kept starting. Like, so I feel like that was something that they did to kind of ease the tension. To be like, okay, she's a Black woman. She showed her face. Let's leave it alone. And that's kind of the narrative that they put out once that happened. Shaky and the rabbit. They both said, okay, she showed her face, that's it, let's move on. Basically, that's the narrative that was when she showed her face, that's it, let's move on. But there's so much more to the conversation. Now, I'm not for nobody being doxxed or anything like that. But given the situation and given what I seen and from Tree's video that All About the Tea was she's in contact with Trees. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm not trying to say there's an issue with that, but it is something for concern because I mean, listening to even your video, the things she said about Deb, like, oh, I wouldn't watch him because he's half naked on my timeline. It seems she seems very selective about the people and who she deals with. So it makes you question why would you be contacting?
Can I clean that up real quick? By the way. So, I was saying that before the fallout of the panel, there was a discussion, right? Well, that was a part of the discussion that was happening because to me, it doesn't make any sense. So you don't want to see my thirst trap, but you want to hear all my sexual stories after dark on your channel. To me, yes, we were. It was like a sex conversation. We talked about a lot, but my pictures of my nipples out. I mean, I guess this was bad for you. I don't understand. And a lot of it was like, a lot of it was me showing that I was losing weight during COVID. So that's really what it was. So she goes on and she says, yeah, Bishop cussed him out. It was real bad, y'all. It was not really bad. What happened was, I'm like, I don't understand what the holdback was, but what it was this is a heterosexual man and I'm posting his picture. So I blocked him so that he can't see it. Out of respect for him, we never had a disagreement or an argument. And he actually went over to Nosy channel and cleared that up. That wasn't true. She lied about that.
Wow. So she wanted to make it seem like you were the problem.
Yeah, like I was battling with the whole thing because even there was a thing with Plas that I won't repeat what was said, but they were trying to say that I said something, and this is when I got really pissed, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna drop off because I'm gonna get real pissed off. I said I would never say no shit like that about you, Plas, and if you believe that, I apologize to you to this day. Plas called me the next day and we had a conversation because I know she knows for sure that I would never say the shit they try to say that I said about her. But that's when me and Marcella was not getting along, and her and Schoolboy dragged a conversation about something that I said, and I can't even say what I said because you know what they were saying. But they changed my wordings around to make it seem like something different. And it made me mad because I'm like, y'all are really trying to like take me away from this, because the day that they had that live, I think it was Plas's birthday. And I even sent in a super chat to say happy birthday to her. She didn't even give Plas the money from the super chat.
Oh my God. This woman is something else.
She uses triangulation. That's what she does. That's what she did on that panel, and that's what Shaky does. But my question to you, Deb, I do have a question because I heard your video, Madgie, when you was talking about this same person doing an interview with Marcella. So I went to go check it out. Deb, did you see that interview that Marcella recently did?
With who?
With someone named Sammy.
Sammy.
I seen some of. Yeah, I came on at the end of it, and she said hello to me, which I was shocked.
Oh, so what do you think about that interview? Because I think that was a very interesting interview. What do you think about the things that she said in there?
I didn't see the whole thing. I haven't talked to Marcella.
It will appear. Part of it will appear in part 2.
I might have to go watch this because
I would encourage you to watch this video, because what I got from this video, and I don't have any problems with Marcella. I thought that we were pretty cool. She talked to me a lot. That's why I'm so confused about this interview that I see. But she was basically saying like, one, that like she was making it seem like Nosy had all of y'all like together, as it seemed like what y'all was going through with All About the Tea. She was trying to make it seem like that was Nosy, that Nosy had all of y'all in this investigation, keeping y'all away from each other so y'all couldn't talk to each other. And I'm like, wait, I'm so confused, because I just want to clear this up, because I'm so tired of the lies and the propaganda on this app. So that hold on, so that no, let me get this out. Because I'm so tired of this. I can't wait, Lord. I really can't. But I want to clear this up while I have you here, right? I know you didn't see the video, but Marcella, the day that Monique Tolbert came up on Nosy's panel, wasn't Marcella the person who texted you and told you to go up there, that Monique Tolbert was up there? Wasn't she the one encouraging you to go up there in that live?
She keeps saying that wasn't her. From what I remember, it was her. She's the one who told me to go over there. She keeps on saying it was my aunt, but I'm like, my aunt didn't really know a lot about Nosy at the time. Marcella was before that day even happened, because I kept saying I don't want to be involved. I don't want to be involved. I don't want to be involved. She said it wasn't her, so somebody texted me and they was like, they found out who Monica was. So I went over and said in the
but
chat.
hold on, because I want to get just straight facts, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the beginning, when all of this happened, wasn't Marcella the one that was talking about the lawsuit, the cease and desist? Wasn't she the one bringing all of that noise, the noise about the fallout of the panel to YouTube?
And I want to clear up something for you too, Madgie, that you said too. That thing with T.I. is not true.
Hello.
It's not true.
Marcella
T.I. never was gonna pay. Nobody was never paying her.
She said that on the legal attorney.
Yeah, but she also went back and said that she lied about it like later on.
Oh my God.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm confused, as this interview was it seemed very strange. And then to hear this woman, Sammy, saying, oh, I was there for that. I was there for that. So if you were there for that, why are you letting this woman sit up here and lie like you didn't see her actively jumping on Nosy's panel? Deb went up there one time. And after that situation with Monique Tober is when we started seeing Deb up there more. Prior before that, it was Marcella up there every day with Nosy saying, oh, this is what I got. This is what I got. I have the videos. My videos are on private because they're they're trying to take my channel. That's why I can't put my videos up. But I played the videos where Marcella was constantly, Marcella was constantly up there saying, no, Nosy. She was the one that was trying to be up there telling Nosy, oh, no, I know. I got a private investigator. She was the one saying these things. So for her to sit up there and say that this was all Nosy and Nosy was Nosy was doing this for the panel members. Let's be honest.
Nosy was not doing it for the panel members. She was doing it because Marcella was going to her channel every day. And I think that's when she may have gotten that cease and desist or something. And I think that's where it all kind of started from, because then I think Schoolboy got one. I don't know what she was talking about prior to the day I got over there, but I know that she kept contacting me saying, come over to Nosy. Oh, Nosy's the beast. She's the truth. Right. And so I'm like, well, I don't want to be involved. So no, I'm not going over there. I was literally going to go over there, sit in the bushes to see the lady that was in the grocery store. That was it. I don't even know how. I remember how I even got up on the panel that day, but I ended up going up there maybe to just talk to her real quick or whatever, because I'm like, this could be probably my last day. And lo and behold, it was like I never could stop, because at that point they were like attacking me every day after that.
But I want to just put because I don't know the lady that was up here talking, the subscriber. I don't know her name. Is that Susan or Stormy?
Stormy.
Okay. I want us to connect some dots here, right? Now, I know, so Deb, you may not remember, but I do have the messages, and I believe I have it in my videos. Marcella was the one that kept telling you, right? She was saying that Monica sent her the cease and desist, and Marcella got her cease and desist, I believe, after Nosy got her cease and desist. And she was saying we need to find her. And then it was all about this NDA stuff, and they were saying that Monica was trying to silence the panel members, and she was going to sue the panel members. And this is why Nosy was doing the investigation of trying to find out who all about the tea was, because she believed that the panel members were being silenced, that she was trying to threaten them with NDAs and lawsuits. Now, I want to pivot with that, because Marcella was the one that was on Nosy's channel. Majority out of all the panel members, Marcella was up there the most, saying she had the most information, talked about private investigators. Marcella is the one who introduced Sodeb to Sonny, correct?
No, she was not.
That who introduced you to Sonny? Well, I mean, when she came to Atlanta, she was with. That's when the first time you met Sonny.
No, so what happened? No, what happened was I went over to Busy and Jolene's thing, and she was in the chat that day, and they was like, "You subscribe." So, at the time we were like, subscribe to these people's channels, so we would go to all the channels. And so I went over there that night. It was nobody over there. It was like me and them and the candy shop. That was it. And so I was like, telling people to come over to her channel that night, because I'm like, oh, that's why Busy said go over there, because I guess she has supported them. But the real reason that I realized was because they were connecting the dots of the mess from John Yates to Monica to the panel. So it was more of she was over there to get information about what was going on.
But when you met Sonny for the first time.
Hold on. Then when Marcella came to Atlanta the next day that I met Sonny on YouTube, at the time, I had no idea I was going to meet Sonny. I just know I was going to meet a subscriber. It was a surprise. And when she got to Atlanta and we got ready to go meet her, that's when she told me it was Sunny. Because at that same time, I was like, well, let me call the candy shop because we all cool together. And she told me no, she wanted to be me, her, and Sunny.
So Marcella you met Sunny through Marcella, right?
In person, yes.
Okay. So Marcella is the one that was on Nosy's panel, right? Marcella is the one that told you to go up there because I remember that. I do believe I have a video, and I do believe when we were talking, you told me that you said I went up there because Marcella had messaged you, DM'd you, or wrote you, text you, and she told you, Deb, they got her. Go up there. That's Monique Tolbert, because around that time, Deb was being attacked. Like they were saying that he was going on all these interviews and the NDA situation popped up. So that's why Deb went up there, because from my understanding, Marcella told him. And then he met Sunny for the first time with Marcella. What Marcella is saying now on this interview with Sammy sounds totally different from what actually happened back then. And Marcella had said something funny, which I would like to ask you. She said in the beef sector back in the day, what they would do is they would get smaller YouTubers. That's what y'all did. So I want to ask you this because you was over there with them on All About the Tea. So when they had an issue, would they then tell? Because I didn't know I know that you guys had channels. Were you guys encouraged to attack people that may had a different opinion from All About the Tea?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I never was encouraged to attack anybody.
Okay, because Marcella said that. She said, yeah, that's what we used to do back in the day. And I'm confused because Marcella is somebody that was quote unquote attacked, right? So she wouldn't have that kind of access to know what somebody was doing. So it was either she did that with All About the Tea, or she was involved in something after All About the Tea.
But my relationship with them was very different. So maybe I wouldn't have been a part of that.
No, I know that you're not a part of it. That's why I'm asking you, because what we know is Marcella was a
maybe old school boy. Like
because I'll tell you, there was a thing going around about Sherelle, but I never knew they were talking about Sherelle. They just kept on like talking around the conversation. And I guess later on, Sherelle ended up letting me know that she was talking about her, because I'm like, she likes Michelle AT Alien, so it's not her. And those were like, and then her and Tasha K were cool, so it couldn't have been her. So she was the last person that it could have been.
Yeah, so I just found that very interesting, that interview, and I just was like, Marcella,
why do you think Marcella is doing that?
I don't know. I'm and it was a lot of things that was interesting with me with this whole Marcella situation coming back around and saying these things that just does not add up to me. Like, because I'm like,
you know why she's doing it. She's vindicated from Val again, so she's back in the limelight with them.
So she feels the need to now lie for the ops.
That I don't know why. I don't know if she likes. I didn't see it, but I do know that I think she's back around because she got vindicated from Val lying on her.
But why is Nika back?
Who?
What's the name? Nika.
Oh, I don't know.
Like, it's just because literally Mika had the interview, and then a couple days later, Marcella had an interview.
And that was interesting too, because I heard some things that Mika said where she was saying that she was like with Nosy for a long time, and she was like her head investigator and all this other stuff. And I'm like, well, that's not true neither, because
she was. Now that's true.
No. She said she was Nosy's head investigator before All About the Tea. That is not true, Deb, because I was there. I would know that. No, Mika was not around. Nosy met Mika from the All About the Monica thing, because Mika reached out to Nosy and said, hey, I'm the person that reached out to Monique Tolbert, and she was playing like a double agent. She was telling Nosy that she was talking to Monique Tolbert, acting like she was helping her, but she was really giving Nosy all the information about Monique Tolbert. So when I heard these things, and then she was saying that Nosy wanted to control her, when there's clips of Mika saying, no, Nosy's my boss, Nosy doesn't tell me what to do. So to hear these people now saying these different things is very funny.
Hold on real quick, Cups. What was the date of Monique Tolbert?
I believe it was June 18th or June 19th.
It wasn't the 16th?
Or maybe the 16th. Maybe the 16th. It was somewhere around the 16th, 17th, 18th, one of those 4 days.
Because I got a text from her saying, call her, she wants you live, Nosy. You can call her now.
That could have been the 16th. And once again, what does that sound like? That sounds like Marcella leading something, correct? She's telling
All my messages, I ain't gonna. I'll show it to you later. But all of my messages are call nosy, call nosy, call nosy, call nosy.
Hello. Thank you. Wake it up, Dad.
Me. Listen, it's a bunch of stuff that she's sending me.
Wake it up. So
I know for sure that I kept saying I don't want to be a part of anything, which is why even when all this stuff happened, and this is why I started thinking about, when this was happening, why didn't she say anything about that? Because I told her for sure, I said, I don't want to be a part of any of this. I'm like, I'm doing my podcast. I'm trying to get my channel stuff together. Like, I'm kind of out of it. I don't want to. And they just kept looking. So I'm like, fine, at the time. And I think it kind of turned on her a little bit because me and Nosy got cool. And they wasn't expecting that. And even to the point where after the whole thing happened, I told Nosy, I'm like, you know what? Because me and Nosy had a relationship outside of really kind of YouTube at the time, I enjoyed our conversations about just different shit that we had going on in life. And because we're both from the LGBT community and all kind of shit like that, we've been through a lot of same situations. So my relationship with her wasn't finding Monica. It wasn't finding who else these people were. It was about regular shit. Like I was supposed to be nosy in Miami because I got a yacht with my friends and everything. But so much stuff was still going on. I never even got the chance to call because I'm like, I don't want no shit.
Now I have another question for both of you. After the slip up and the showing of the face, well, what happened? Did it die down? Did it just stop? Nobody gave a shit?
Well, that ignited another thing for me because this now, when did Sonny do that interview with Rabbit? What was the date of that? That was December.
When the slip up happened?
Yes, that was in December.
And you said when
I
was
think
the
things
what?
kind of died down after that a little bit.
No, so let me tell you what I believe, right? And this is why the attack started going so hard on John Yates, because the slip up happened on John Yates' channel.
Yes.
As you can see now,
Yes,
that video
it
is
did.
no longer there. They wanted those videos off that channel. After that happened, she was on panel. She was on John Yates' panel. She spent a lot of time on John Yates' panel, and they were going after Busy Blue and Jolie. They were going after Sherelle and Perry. That's when the whole show your face thing happened. Show your face,
Yes, that's true.
with
That's
Perry.
true.
I have that audio on the next part. It's so funny.
Yes, so that's when all of that stuff started happening, and then the whole John Yates thing happened where he said the N-word because they were all on John Yates' panel having a ball. Her, John Yates, and a few of his hags or whatever.
Rabbit was up there.
And Rabbit was up there, and then so that's what happened after she showed her face. They started talking about Jolie.
Was that the one where they came in and started singing or something?
Yeah, when she came up and she started singing, that was crazy. So that's what happened after she showed her face, and she did a few lives where Wiley was up there, and she had a few people up there. Tulsa was somebody that was coming up there, but then it just died down. Once the whole John Yates thing happened, she just kind of faded out.
And when did the thing with John Yates happen? Like,
beginning of January.
when he said the bad word, and then suddenly he was persona non grata.
Yeah, it was like the end of December, the beginning of January. It happened right after she showed her face.
What?
Yeah, and that was the funny part
She
because
showed
just
her
like
face, and then suddenly the N word. What?
Yeah, because I think they were playing like he turned on her because he kept.
No. He didn't turn on her yet. He's still being loyal to Monica. He stayed loyal to Monica until he kept getting attacked and he was flagging his channels, and Monica didn't do nothing. That's when that's when you see those videos when he started saying, "Oh, now Monica, now I'm catching on to what the hell is going on," basically. Mm-hmm. But
that's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like he thought that she had turned on him.
Yeah, he thought that. Yeah, he had thought that she had turned on him because what is interesting. Deb just said this. Sonny was doing content on John Yates, and that is true because John Yates struck Sonny's channel. I remember that. Yes, John Yates had struck a channel. So Sonny was already calling John Yates out for being a racist. So that means that DR and BR, they both knew that this man was a racist. This is long history. John Yates is not new to YouTube. Anybody who's been, because AT2 had a problem with John Yates. And I believe this is why this whole
what happened? Why people were calling him the R word?
Who?
John Yates.
Oh, John Yates? Because he says he says a lot of things derogatory about he did blackface. He did blackface for Halloween one year, but this is a
What
long
the
meaning that
fuck?
this history is long. This is not something he did just did in there.
That's
He's
the
been doing
bestie
this.
of Monica?
Yes.
And then
That's why she felt so
business.
comfortable to call somebody a bed wench, because she's on an all-white panel with all white people, respectfully, and one other black person, which happened to be Heidi, which that's another interesting character. And she was so happy. She was so easy to call Busy Blue a bed wench of all things.
I'm so mad she struck my channel that I did my video I did about Heidi. Oh, it was so good too. I had the little Pokemon thing. I said, who's this avatar? Or who's this person or whatever? Huh?
He struck your channel too?
No, Monica did, because Heidi had come up and they have to keep putting this narrative out there that I call OG for Basketball Wives ugly, and I never did that. And she said everybody was in the chat like, take him down, take him off. We don't like him. And I'm like, that's not what happened. This lady's making up all these stories about stuff. What happened was we were talking about Basketball Wives. I'm like, she dresses bad and her toe was hanging out. Like, I mean, they're doing the same thing they did to Tammy, and Tammy's not even a dark-skinned lady, and Tammy was ugly. I'm like, it's the same hazing they do for all the girls on the show. Monica went on and said, I call OG ugly, and people got mad at me because I call OG ugly. I'm like, I never said that.
Wow. The disinformation for no fucking reason.
And I went on her channel and I pulled the clip of what I said, and then she striked it because I used the video from her channel.
What a Dani move.
So they all knew that he was the R word prior to him saying that N word. You hear what I'm saying? It was very selective that he said it, and then now all of a sudden, and mind you, I said something about it, and me and Hear Her was the first people to say something about it, right? Because I was upset once I heard her say the Betwitch thing, because I was all for Monica. I'm not saying I was team Monica because I didn't know anything about the situation, but I did have an issue with Nosy, right? And I didn't like the fact of anybody being doxxed. So that was my stance on the situation. But when I started like really watching her on John Yates lives, and I was seeing the way she was talking, and then when I heard her say that about Busy Blue, I'm like, wait, why would you say that about him? Like, knowing that is a racist. That's what they did. That's what they called slaves back in the day, bed wenches. You know what I'm saying? That's a racial, like, why would you say that about a black man? And then, like, and it's just like the way she was talking about him. That was the side, when I heard her talk like that, I was like, oh, well, maybe this is the side people was talking about, because she was so nice and so calm and so coy. Like, oh, I'm above this. Lawyers are involved. And I'm like, yeah, Monica, do what you got to do. Because I'm thinking she's a businesswoman. But then when I started hearing her on these lives late night, and I'm like, oh, well, this is interesting. Maybe the things that people were saying about her is true. And that's when I started making videos like, well, what's going on? Especially once Nosy channel got taken down and everything started happening, and Nosy was on Twitch. And I'm listening to what Nosy saying too, and she exposing these messages, and it's making sense to me. So that's in December is when I said I was going to listen to what Nosy had to say. Then I was going to come back and with my commentary. And that's when I started being attacked, because I was saying basically I wanted to listen to what Nosy had to say, which is what anybody should do. You should listen to both sides of a situation.
Exactly.
If you're going to talk about it, you need to hear both sides.
And we skipped a big part because we skipped Hear Her coming into the chat.
Oh my God. Where does she fit? When did she appear? Season 2, 3? What season?
Hear Her
is season 1. Hear Her is season 1. Hear Her is season 1. No,
Yes.
Hear Her is season 1, because Hear Her came in the midst of all of that. Hear Her came because she jumped on Sunny's panel. We was talking about that before. In the midst of, because when Nosy channel got taken down, everybody was talking about it, and that's when they was trying to everybody was trying to clear Monique Tober's name. They was like, Monique Tober. And that's what Sunny was doing. She was trying to clear Monique Tober's name. Like, oh, there was no, we traced it back to the LLC. And that's the clip that I think I heard on your thing, where she was basically saying she seen Monique Tober before Nosy even played it on her channel, which was interesting, because how would you know who Monique Tober was before Nosy played it on her channel? Okay.
You realize a lot of them was on her side, and then they suddenly switched.
And Sunny was one of those people. She was Team Nosy. Trees was Team Nosy. They was all Team Nosy. Found the avatar, and then they all switched. Once Nosy channel went down, they all switched like a light, and they all became, oh, Monique Tober is innocent. Da da da. And anybody who spoke up with any questions, they was shunned, and that's what happened with Hear Her. Hear Her was just a subscriber. She went up there having a conversation.
They got to Hear Her because they were trying to bully me that day into apologizing to her, to Tober.
Monique, oh yeah.
And she was like, I don't understand why y'all want him to apologize. If he doesn't like need to apologize, then he don't need to apologize because he's already said that he's given one before. But why do y'all need to apologize again? And she was going back and forth with Sunny, and that's when Val told her, she was like, if you want to give your opinion, go get your own damn channel. That's why her intro on her channel all says, there once was a girl who was over on a channel, and they told her, and she tried to give her opinion, and they told her to go
She
get her
ate them
own
up with that one. She ate them up with that one. They couldn't take care of her. They couldn't take care of her. Hear her, we miss you, girl. Yeah, they told her to go get her own channel.
Hear
Val
her.
told her to go get her own channel. And I believe Down the Rabbit Hole sent the $4.99 super chat under her assistant channel or her regular channel, and she basically was telling Sunny to get her off the panel. And her then went and made her own channel, and she was talking about the things that she was questioning about what was not right about the situation, how way people was moving. And in the beginning, how I found out about her was because people started. Well, one, they accused her of being me. They said that I was the person running the channel. Yes, that's how it all began. They said that I was her. And then that's when I looked for the channel and I found out who she was. And I was just like, okay, she sounds like she's from New York. I could get the voice why they probably think that. But ultimately, then, her kept talking and they see me in the chat. And I guess people kind of realize, of course, we can't be the same fucking people. But her was just basically bringing open conversation saying, listen, it's okay to question things because that's the only thing she was doing was questioning the things that people were saying, the things that people was putting out. And then people were sending her receipts. Mika actually went to Tells and her first and gave them the information before she went to Dani and Rabbit. So she flipped.
Really?
She double flipped. She did a double cross. She started with Nosy. Then after that, falling out with Nosy, she went to Tells and she went to her. She gave them all the information and she told them that Rabbit doxed her and that they were harassing her and all the stuff. And Tells and her tried to help Mika, and then Mika flipped on them and went over there with Shaky and the CD Rabbit, and then she started attacking her. And I don't know if Mika attacked Tells, but I do know she was beefing with her, saying that she was like trying to dox her. She put up her son's school. And I just thought that was really interesting because it's like, damn, I'm confused, but I could never go so hard for somebody and then just flip on them like in the drop of the dime, the way some of these people operate out here. It's like, I don't know. It makes you feel like a lot of these people are paid oppositions. They're paid. Like I can't believe nothing else because the way the flipping happens, it happens so quickly. And
No,
it's
they're
like
paid.
nobody questions it. Nobody's like, well, if how could you be so loyal to this person? You saying that you was Nosy's head moderator, even though there was there was a Spanish woman up there that used to always be on Nosy's channel. Her name was Casey Reporter. That is not Mika. That
I
is the
remember
person
her.
hello, thank you. That is the person that used to always be up there with Nosy about the investigations. That's the person I remember up there. I don't remember Mika being up there until the Monique Tolbert situation happened. She appeared around that time.
How
So
convenient.
How
then
convenient.
so after whenever that happened, so then all in August, because that's when Pride was. That's when that whole thing happened with them calling ice on Rabbit and me, and then they made that video about me. So her was around that time, I think. I think her came right after that, to be honest.
I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, her came. I know that her came after Nosy's channel was taken down.
She had to come in right in between me showing the video of Monica with the ribs.
Yeah, that's
And
December. Yeah, she
Right.
came in after Nosy channel got taken down because that's when everybody was talking about it. Everybody was talking about the
Yeah.
whole Monique Tolbert thing, and that's when she went up on Sunny's channel talking about it. And then she made her. I think her channel. She made her first channel like September.
Does
Yeah, that makes sense.
any of you have the video with Monique Tolbert?
I have clips of it. I believe Teddy has the actual video,
Teddy
the
doesn't
actual
have the
long-standing
whole
video. I have
She-
clips of it, but Teddy has actual video. There was a YouTuber, and I was searching for it. There was a YouTuber who had the whole video up there, and I'm just gonna say this: she had the video up there, and it was up there for a very long time, at least until last year. And I noticed how there was a woman that wrote under there and asked the woman if she had Instagram. And this woman was Angelica or Angela, and that's one of the women that reached out to me in the beginning about the Nosy Hole thing. So
That's the lady that
after
works
Monique,
with Tolbert, ain't it?
hold on. So let me say this. After Monique Tolbert came on Nosy's panel, right? I did a live and I got an email. I believe it was June 23rd or June 22nd. Now, look at the dates. The channel was made June 27th. I got an email on June 22nd, and it came from a woman named Angela and a woman named Raquel. Both of these women came to me saying that they wanted to clean up the YouTube streets and that they were reaching out to content creators to do such. Now, Raquel told me that she was Monique Tolbert's cousin. Okay. From the beginning, she told me, I'm Monique Tolbert's cousin. I deal with the entertainment part of things. I deal with all the social media. She came straight, and me and her talked on the phone. We had plenty of conversations. This Angelica woman, she did reach out to me. She told me she tried to reach out to me on Twitter. And then, you know, she asked me if I could give her my number. I did. She called me. I missed the call. And then she texted me and said, don't worry about it. Nosy Ho is going down. She has mermaids, but I have sharks. And basically, she was saying that they were going to take Nosy Ho down. And this is the woman, Angela, right? Now, yes. Now, I think this woman, Angela, under this woman's video, who had the whole full video up there of Monique Tolbert. And this video been up there all of these years. I seen her right under this woman's chat. And I believe I got the screenshot. And she told this woman to contact her. And I believe that woman took that video down. Because that video been on YouTube all of this time. All of these years it's been on YouTube, and now all of a sudden I just searched it. It was like the second video. Once you search Nosy Ho Live, it was that video, and now it's not there no more. So the person had to take the video down.
Wow. It's possible Dani is panicking because she knows I'm looking into it.
Yes, they don't want.
She has the
They don't want.
close eyes on
And let me
me.
say this, Madgie, you are her kryptonite, right? Because she can't do what she do to people that are in the United States. She was able to use that
Exactly. I'm
copyright law on
Canadian.
everybody else, right? So that's why Teddy was putting this out. Teddy was on her head, and that's why she did all the things she did to Teddy. Teddy was
Yeah.
putting all these receipts out. She was striking it. She was striking it under Danielle Allen's name. She was striking it, right. And it's like, how are you doing? You're not connected to this family, but you're using this girl's name, and she's okay with this. These people are all okay with this happening. Here, her got struck under Tasha K's husband email.
They need to be sued. You know, that's what they are going to learn with the Lady Latisha
It's a RICO.
thing.
It's a RICO, girl. It is a RICO.
That too, but with Lady Latisha, I'm going to court with her in like 3 weeks because you're not going to let Dani strike. You're not going to let her use your name to strike people. It's fraud.
Right. I
Like,
agree.
those people need to have consequences.
I agree. And listen, Maggie, one thing I'm thankful for is coming across you, because you put me onto a lot of stuff, because the strikes that they just tried to put on my channel, they put copyright on those strikes. Now, I seen that nothing that those links follow to, those links are broken now. They are no longer active, which means that you guys lied to the copyright board to try to strike my channel. Okay. So we're on to what you're doing now. Everybody's on to it, and we all need to wake it up. So thank you, Madgie, because they can't strike your channel clearly because she can't do what she's doing to people in the United States. And that's how they were silencing
Oh,
people.
no, she cannot strike my channel now because I know how to fight her. And because of Teddy's lawsuit, it would actually be madness for her to sue me federally.
Right.
Like, it would be madness.
But when she's striking with that copyright, and she has a copyrighted image or a copyright sound. She's not.
Oh, no, now she's striking me with anything. Now, even music I invent myself where I laugh about Swords Up, she copyrights it under Swords Up.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's all good for me. It's fraud. She's committing fraud.
Oh, I know, but it just shows what you're doing is showing people like what kind of person does this. If you guys are so innocent, you will have no problem with people speaking their truth, period.
Right.
Hello,
Did you hear Teddy's video? Did you hear Teddy's video where she played Blaine?
Yo, that was interesting.
I don't know who Blaine is.
That was Monica.
That was interesting. Blaine is the woman who came up on Candy's panel after Nosy after Monique Tolbert came on Nosy's channel, and Blaine popped up there and she was telling them about the triangulation that Monica uses, and Blaine is also a longtime supporter of All About the Tea, and we found that out from Iron Troll, right?
So
yeah, but the interesting thing about Blaine, the connection with Blaine, is not that she went up on Candy Washington panel and she was saying those things, because a lot of people thought she was all about the tea. They were saying that in the chat. The interesting thing was I heard it, but the interesting thing was that Blaine then went on Rabbit's channel, okay, And when Rabbit asked her to show her face, she said, Rabbit, you know who I am. We talk all the time. But she said on Candy's panel, when Candy said, how do you know all about the tea? How are you connected to this? She said, oh, just me and my girlfriends. We have a chat. We're talking about this. So it's convenient that she was on Candy's channel and she said her and her girlfriends are just following the situation with the all about the tea thing. And then she goes on Rabbit channel and she's saying, girl, it's me. We talk all the time. Girl, it's like, I ain't got to show my face, girl. It's me.
Oh
Like, you
my
know who I
God.
am. Yes,
Oh my
girl.
God.
And then all of a sudden, she has Teddy's name on her Instagram, her full name.
It was on her Twitter.
On her Twitter, yeah. And they said that Blaine was running the BitChute account. So it was this whole BitChute gate where I think that's what it's called, where they were putting videos up on like BitChute and they were dropping the links in people's comments, like, go watch this video. And the videos were basically attacking me, Tells, Hear Her, Deb, any content creators that they had a problem with, John Yates. And they said that Jane Blaine was running that. Now, that's allegedly. I can't confirm or deny that. It's a whole bunch of emails, a lot of stuff that I really, is a lot. It really is a lot, Maggie. It was email gate for real.
Don't
Like,
worry, guys. This is season 5. We are at season 2, but
This is all season. This is all season 1.
we all still in season 1, girl. Season 1, yes, season 1, and season 1 is the longest season, girl. Season 1 is the longest season. Season 1 got 95 episodes just in season 1, girl. Season 1 got 95 in it.
This is not season 1.
Yeah, season 1 got 95, girl. This ain't no short series.
I'm
This a
like
long
learning
series.
about people's name, and now I'm like, I will re-listen to this live after.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Texas
And take notes.
today. I never even heard that Blaine part. But I remember I think we all went to Candy Washington's channel that day. And like we all was kind of just talking through the aftermath of everything was going on. And I guess she showed up either before or after we had logged on or off or whatever. But when I heard her, she's using the same terminologies and everything that Monica uses. Like you could tell is that it's her. And it was funny because she kept saying the narcissist Monica.
Yep, the lingo that right, and that's what she said. And people's like, why are you saying that? Like she was trying to, and that is the they try to act like they're not cool with all about the tea, because that's what Raquel, the cousin, was doing. She was like, yeah, Monica knew that my cousin wasn't all about the tea, and she just let it go. But then she was saying things in conversation that she was caught up where she was saying Monica and not Monique. This is what the cousin was saying. Okay. The cousin. And even when one time I even tried to throw it out there, I called her Monica and not Monique. I was like, it's like Monica, and I wasn't corrected. So it's a lot of things involved in this. But one thing we do know is that Wiley confirmed that Troll Farms is real, okay? And we should listen to Wiley because Wiley is a troll, okay? He's a self-admitted troll, and he's honest about that, okay? And I think that's one of the reasons why I like Wiley.
The dude with the eye.
Yes. So Wiley confirmed about the troll farm. The troll farm is a real thing, and that is what we see happen out here.
He confirmed it?
Yes, he said yes. He said there is a such thing as troll farm. People. I mean, it's been shown. I mean, I believe was that on Potomac or one of them Salt Lake City, one of them housewives where they showed where one of them got exposed for that for using this guy. He came out. He said, yes, this person paid me to attack another cast member online and say bad things about them. And that's what they said about All About the Tea. They said that she would target certain people and talk bad about. And Wendy Osefo was one of those people, because when all that stuff came about, when Nosy was exposing All About the Tea, Wendy Osefo even wrote on Twitter, was like, oh, I'm so glad that this has happened. This woman has been lying and attacking me for months or years or whatever the hell she said. But it just showed you that it's more, this is not just a one-off type of thing. These are people that are joined together. They have a whole system of how they operate. They operate under multiple accounts, as we could see, clearly. They just get caught in these troll accounts,
exactly,
left and right. Like, so, yeah, but it's a very interesting thing. You just got to write down all the names. But to answer somebody's question, they're all either connected to Tasha K or All About the Tea, period. All of them have one link to one of these people. And we clearly, from your video, you can see that Tasha K and All About the Tea was friends, or they are friends.
Yes. So. Oh no, I'm telling you, I'm like, there are so many names,
yes,
so many people, and I'm in season 2, okay? But
But you
Yes,
might want to go
guys.
back to season 1 because he's probably missing shit.
Maggie, listen, if you stretch it out like this, you're gonna have 100 seasons, girl. You might want to break
Mhm.
this down like 5 seasons.
Yo, I cannot wait to hear what you have to say about part 2. I'm gonna release it like either tonight or tomorrow morning. But yeah, I need to go. My dog wants me to take her out. And okay,
That's
okay,
right.
that's all.
Okay.
Well,
But
all right. Great
love
chatting
you
with you
so much.
guys.
Thank you
Right.
so much for coming up. If you have the video that you're talking to me, especially about Monique Tolbert, because this is gonna be my next chapter, I need that shit.
Okay, I can see what I could get to you. If anything, I know I have the clip of. I have a few clips. I can send you what I have. But I know that Teddy does have the full video. I do know that Teddy has the full video.
Teddy does not have the full video.
She don't.
Oh damn.
No, she has two different parts, but she's missing that part where we talked to that cousin Kelly.
Oh, right. The cousin Kelly is the part that's missing. That is the part that's missing.
But she has most of it though.
Right,
Okay.
right. She does have most of it. So I'll look and
And
see
if
what
you
I can
have the
find.
funeral of Queen Tulsa, I will like that too.
Oh no.
Oh Lord.
I don't have that. I don't have it.
Yeah.
Please don't bring
I
that
think
up.
Teddy does have that one too. But I mean, I see. It's probably online too as well. Like, didn't Tulsa say she was gonna play it? She didn't play it.
I don't know.
I'm gonna try to find it. Like I said, I've been listening to I think at least 15 to 30 video right now, trying to understand. Which is why I knew Jolene and the Blue something.
Busy Blue.
Yeah, I listened to one of their video.
Yeah, and you see, they was exposing it, and they even talked about the troll farms and people fighting and hiring trolls. She really got into that. Listen.
Your Lord. Anyhow, thank you so much for coming up. I hope you continue to come up because we need that history. We need it.
Yes.
I can't. If you find that Queen Tulsa thing, I cannot come that day because I do not want no more shit from her.
Yes. I know, Deb. Please be free. Please be free. Free my boy. Free my boy.
Okay, thank you guys. Thank you for
All right.
coming
Later,
up.
guys.
Bye.